everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now I know it's supposed to be a horror Halloween month this month, so this particular little drawing isn't going to fit. However, I have had an incredibly stressful and actually quite traumatic day. I don't use that term lightly. Anxiety attacks and things like that are not very good for fun times, and so I have decided not to dip into anything too dark today and just do a very quick voiceover for this little speed drawing. Now this comes to us from my Patreon James, who requested this drawing live on Twitch, but also a video of this little character because he's gorgeous. Who doesn't love Spyro the Dragon? If you don't, that's fine, but I think you're wrong. But everyone is allowed to have their own opinion, as wrong as it is. I'm joking. Honestly, I'm joking. It's not something that I have a massive opinion on. I love Spyro. I've always loved Spyro. Spyro the Dragon was one of the first games that I got to play on my PS1 when my dad bought the PS1. He got this really cool little game system, and it had Spyro the Dragon on it, and I absolutely loved it. The other game that I really enjoyed was Harvest Moon, which explains why I have played Stardew Valley so much to near death. Now I do need to go back and do some more on my Stardew Valley playthrough, but we are getting sidetracked again. Spyro the Dragon is here for the moment. So with this drawing, I had to kind of draw a bemused character sticking their tongue out, and this was the one that was requested. And so I thought, you know what, let's do Spyro sticking his tongue out. But who is Spyro nearly almost always pictured with? Sparks. Sparks the Firefly, his little friend that follows him around all of the games, shows him where hidden stuff is, kind of like attacks the sheep, I seem to recall, to get them to give health. It's been a long time since I played the original game, so I'm not 100% sure on what actually happens when it comes to Spyro the Dragon. I could play the remake. I know I could play the remake, and I do want to play the remake, but I haven't yet. It's one of those games I'm like, I want to pick it up, but I never get around to picking it up. Do you know what I mean? Everybody has those games. They're like, I really want to play it, but I'm currently playing way too many other games, and Disney Dreamlight Valley is stealing my existence through my eyes at the moment. So here's where we are with that one. But yes, I did love Spyro. I would spend hours and hours and hours on this game, on the first one. Second one I kind of enjoyed as well, but the third one, that's where it really started to go downhill for me, and I couldn't really enjoy it very much anymore. And I also was not a fan of the flying in any of the games. Main reason because I get quite motion sick when it comes to gaming. It's really weird. It's only certain games and it only happens sometimes. Like, for example, I love Alien Isolation and I've played it through about 4 or 5 times. I want to play through it again. I've still got some achievements left to get, some things left to find in that game that I really want to find. And 90% of the time I can play that game, but the last 10%, I can't. I get really sick. So when I was streaming it, I had to stop streaming it and go and play something else, or have like some ginger sweets or some mints sitting around to kind of suck on while I was gaming, to hopefully help with the fact that I was making myself motion sick, because it's awful. Now, the flying in Spyro did that to me a lot, and that final couple of levels, so there's that treasure level where you have to go in and like take all the treasure while flying around and things like that. I got so sick playing that level that I had to like always pause it and walk away for like 20-30 minutes, and I'd come back and the console had turned itself off, and I'd have to restart that level. I never finished that level. So yes, I do really need to play the Spyro games. But yeah, this drawing was pretty fun to do. It was pretty quick. This is one of those ones that actually only took half an hour. So in case you don't know, I try when I'm doing my Thursday night art streams, I stream for 1.5 hours unless I'm doing a particular drawing. And I have to split it up into 3 sections and have each drawing only take about half an hour, just to kind of challenge myself, give myself a bit of growth with art, because sometimes when you give yourselves these challenges, it makes you grow a lot more in your artistic endeavors. So yeah, if you ever want to get better, and I have noticed vast number of improvements over the years of me doing this, I think I've been doing this for about 2.5 years now, on and off, because some Thursdays I just can't be bothered, and some of them I have a headache, like I have a massive headache right now. But yes, so splitting it up into 30-minute segments, and this was one of the ones that actually only took 30 minutes. Also, if people talk to me a lot more than I do, they do take longer. So there's been entire streams where I've ended up just ranting about things like the Bad Batch and how Hunter is awful, and how like the other characters need a lot more development, and Hunter needs a lot more development, because some of the things that he does are just so dumb and so stupid, and it's just, oh my gosh, I don't understand it. But anyway, it's been really fun doing this short little video. I know, as I said, it's not really indicative of Halloween and Spooktober, but here we are having some fun because it's been one of those days and I need to get a video out. Isn't that the way things normally work? You need to do something, you don't want to do something, but you have to do something. So here we are. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next video in the October selection.